you know, and then you pull, and then it's very easy. Look, it's very easy when you have a let's see, counterclockwise. It's more difficult, but it's possible. Yes, this is the technique. What I've always wanted to try with this bike is 360 turn with a side stand. Now I have the OM side stand, which is quite short for this suspension because I've upgraded the bike suspension. The side stand is quite short, but I have a plate, an off-road plate for it, and I'm gonna try to turn the bike, especially now with the new rack from Dylan. Now with this new rack, I'm gonna try to turn the bike on a side stand, because usually I've encountered this situation many times, and I don't have still the necessary skill to turn the bike with the acceleration, and I said to try this technique of turning the bike with the side stand. Let's give it a shot. All right. I'm gonna pull from here and try to all right. Yes, indeed. It is a little bit easier turning it clockwise, but depending on the situation. Now I try to make it clockwise. Let me give it another shot. What is very important is the surface. If you have a steady surface, or even if you don't have a steady surface, but you have a plate, an off-road plate or an off-road extension for the side stand, it will be much easier. Of course, on a pavement, on asphalt, it's pretty easy. The question is off-road, how easy can you turn this Honda Transalp only by turning it clockwise on a side stand? Let's give it another shot. The same, we're gonna try it clockwise.
Spirit. Oh, okay.
It's not so difficult, as you can see. We dig some hole here on a side stand, but we can always move the bike forward to another surface.
Better?
All right. It's what can I say? It's easier than I've expected. It's not so easy, but you can do it. You can definitely do it if you have even a slippery surface like is this dry surface. If you are able to lift the bike or to lean the bike enough, it becomes even more easier. So if you lift the bike, you know, and then you pull, check it out.
Okay.
Oh man. Check out, we've digged. All right, what is very important from what I've noticed now is to find the perfect balance on the side stand for the bike. For example, you put it, just a second, you put it here, and then, no. For example, you lift it a little bit just to feel its balance, just to feel where the bike has its balance point. And it's somewhere here. And then it's very easy, look, it's very easy when you have that point, the balance point of the bike, then it becomes really a play of kids, a kid's play. Look, when you have the right balance, but you need to keep that balance, you need to keep it, otherwise it will come over you. yes, this is the technique. I don't know if it's easy or not, but if you don't want to make the complete turn, you can always take it step by step. For example, you make it a little bit here, then you stop, you give it a rest, and then you go again. You don't need to make, maybe you're on a trip, maybe you don't want to exhaust yourself, you can even make it step by step. This procedure, it's quite easy to make it, or this procedure can be easy even for someone who doesn't have too much power. The balance is the word. And of course the front wheel will help you because it will spin and it will help you rotate the bike. So I can recommend to keep the handlebar on the left side, the steering on the left, to steer the bike on the left side and make it clockwise. It's much easier, and of course you can play with it as long as you need to learn this technique. If you are a beginner off-road rider like I am, and maybe you don't have so many skills to turn the bike with the acceleration or use another complicated technique, this technique will help you get out of trouble, especially off-road, if you are blocked in a trail. This is the technique. So again, pretty easy. What's very important is to check out the surface where you put the side stand. Now we've used this very hard soil, very harsh soil, and we are able to turn the bike. As tough the surface is, as easier it is. As soft the surface is, then you're gonna dig a hole and you will not be able to turn the bike. If you have, let's say, some sand, or if you have mud, if you have a surface which is very difficult to rotate, or is very difficult to have stability on the side stand, even with the off-road extension, then maybe around you can find a plate, a wood or something. You can place the side stand on a wood, on a plate, and then you can rotate it and you have more stability. Let's try counterclockwise. Let's see, counterclockwise. It's more difficult, but it's possible. It is possible. It is possible, counterclockwise, but you need to find the right balance. Again, balance is everything. Once you have the bike balance, you can grab it from the right handlebar, from the rack, and you can turn it counterclockwise. Make sure you're not losing the balance, because otherwise it's becoming more and more difficult. But with the right balance, you can spin the bike. You can spin as much as the ground allows you. All right. And because the side stand, it's the most important part of this technique, it's very important to check it before you turn the bike, before you use the technique. Check the side stand if it's perfectly tied up, if it doesn't have any, it's not loose or something. And also after you finish everything, make sure that the side stand is perfectly not bent, it's straight, it doesn't suffer any damage. If I could do it as a beginner rider without any skill, this is my first time trying this technique. If I could do it, you can do it yourself, no doubt about it. And this can take you out of trouble. You don't know where, you don't know when, but at least you know how to do it. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time.